We're missing a couple on team 1. Hopefully they'll still load in. Yeah, they're taking a second though. But we got ourselves big bumps over for the team 2. We got ourselves Callisto on that team. We got Toes. We got Shame. We got ourselves Chicago. It's funny to say we got Toes and we got Shame. It's like, wait, are you talking about people or are you like, or is it just like, we got Toes and Shame. I'm just describing the community here. Shame and Toes. We're missing one, but hopefully team 1 here can play as a one-man army. And Chicago is the first that they sent out. I still can't believe I never gotten the Razagath mount, man. I still am salty about that. I played all of Dragonflight and never got that one. Oh, Gambit is here. Okay, we got a 5-man team. Azimi Zeus, are you still playing? Yeah, he's playing the Hellcaller playstyle. Got himself a second BCC. I think it was a Tremor just for that perfectly, actually. I think exactly predicted it. Mortal Coil is up for CB Zeus. Is going to be Chicago trinket out of it. Full ascent. Everything is available. Got himself max range. CB Zeus can't even get himself a second. She cast spells with those wind strikes and just pummeling Zeus down. Got himself a bit of reflect. That's going to help a little. Wall that's going to help a little. Oh, but the big Tempest at the end does take it. That is so much damage there. Just absolutely demolishing. Chrono Maggie is going to be up next. Immediate shocks out for Chicago with a lasso. Stunned by the Shaman. Grounding Totem. That's not helping Chrono Maggie out a lot, though. There's a full burst out of Maggie, though. Definitely needs to get himself full empowerment abilities to buff up all the disintegrates and everything. And if he can go for a couple of those casts behind the pillar, that would be huge. Got himself wall, deep breath, everything is up. Disintegrates are up, lots of potential damage, Eternity Surge, and you can go behind the pillar with those disintegrates too. That'd be massive. That's a lot of damage right now. Definitely gotta get yourself a Fire Breath at some point because there's gonna be even more damage. Chicago's taking lots of hits though. Chrono Maggie does have another wall in case you need to. Could use that in order to stop himself from being interrupted. Big Tempest onto the Evoker. Not a lot of healing available. You could fly kind of close to your team and maybe you could get rescue on somebody. Possibly. Does go for even more burst. I think your breath is available again, right? Lasso for a second. Chicago and Maggie are both kind of low in health. Does get rooted for a second. I don't know if you got deep breath. Just trying to get a cast, trying to get whatever healing he can. Oh, this is rough. Yeah, being an Evoker is just not a great spot, man. You do a lot of damage, but the healing is definitely a little bit in jeopardy. Chicago does end up missing a kick. It's also a good idea, Coden. I don't know if you're going last or not, but if you want to stay like kind of out in front of the stairs, so if an Evoker wants to like rescue to you just for extra shielding, I'm actually kind of okay with that. Just to give him a chance here, man. You know what I mean? What is this damage from Shaman? And it's just a lot of damage. Shamans, man. Full ascend, full burst. Gambit gotta be up next. You got yourself the whole yellow set for that one? Oh! Except not all the pieces are yellow, but there's like, some of them are yellow. He got himself full on killing spree, full burst into Chicago, got himself bloodless with a bulwark totem. Needs to find a way to pierce through that. Got himself plenty of damage, but Chicago's packing up a lot of healing. Full bloodless, full Doomans, lots of Maelstrom, lots of Tempest back to back. Evasion out for Gambit that may just need a cloak for this damage. That's just a lot of raw nature damage is going to go through. Kidney shot, Chicago has a trinket for this one. You're getting a lot of procs with those dagger strikes, the hidden blades, which should buff up your killing spree damage quite a bit though. But if you can get yourself a big setup, but oh! He just cost a barrage of damage. What can he do in that situation? I was thinking the rogue may potentially be able to bring it up, and then all of a sudden just like Heartstopper. Chicago taking it. With a full Blaze Storm out for Conan off of that fear. Does pop a defensive here really early. I think maybe expect for Chicago to go counter aggressive. Possibly. But definitely needs to be very careful. None of his defenses are down here for a second. Does try to see if he can get himself an angle around the corner. Chicago with a couple of zaps here and there. Storm strikes. Got himself full bloodlust. Doom wins. Everything is available. Back-to-back Tempest. Knocking the warrior back. Does have a way to reconnect here. Got himself a bunch of damage built up for those big executes. But a root is going to stop him in place. Definitely needs to turn the attention and start bloodthirsting off of anything you can. Whether it is pets, whether it is a shaman. Just anything just to keep up that health as much as you can. Trying to see if we can get over maybe reflect Bladestone for a second charge for a short moment. Maybe can make something happen. Chicago's just guiding him around the entire time. Just doesn't want to engage until some of the cooldowns are back up and available. Rescue the town, 30% life shield for you. A target. Yeah. So if somebody wants to stay out there for like an evoker just so they can rescue to you, all they gotta do is go give you a hug and they get a shield. I feel like for evokers that's perfectly allowed. Like if you have an evoker in your team, just have at least somebody kind of stay out so the evoker can like rescue to you. right? Just so they can get a shield, because they probably need one in duels. They don't live well enough. They don't have the survivability. Maybe with a healer they could get themselves just enough defenses, but they're very glass cannon. Lots of offense, not enough defense. Big burst out of Conan. Blaze someone to Chicago. Big Tempest out of the Shaman as the dude wall those damage off, but Conan's still staying in there. He's got himself full wreck and everything available. Big ascent out for Chicago. I don't know if you got fear or anything. It's just going to be all burst out for Chicago. Had to wait until full ascent and it was just over. Hockey Dragon charges in. Immunity to CC. Massive damage by Chicago instantly. Hockey walked in there for 2 seconds and was already at half health. With those Tempests just absolutely smashing you down again and again. Just got plenty of them. Just a bunch of lightning bolts from the sky. Just given from Zeus himself. Full disintegrate as Master Buff is up. Chicago just tried to give himself a little survivability. Fire Breath, I don't even know if that connects. I think it might have connected, but it's hard to tell, man. It's so hard to tell. And I think for hockey, it's just over, right? I don't know, dude. Oh, there's just nothing you can do. Oh, that is rough. That is rough, man. But also, it's Chrono, Maggie over for... I like your... I was going to say rat, but it's not a Dalaran Sewers rat. It's like a mole thing with the ring and deeps, right? Conan on that team. We got ourselves DBGs. We got ourselves Hockey Dragon, double the dragon, as well as Gambit. Looks like first one up and running versus Shame. Immediately got himself with a cheap shot, getting a shot right after, but does go for the knock. Shame's making a bit of a switcheroo with his Mog. Instant killing spree by the Rogue with a Cloak of Shadows blinder. That is an overcommit to Zakuda by the looks of it, but he's got damage behind it. At the very least, big killing spree. Could do a lot of damage. I do like the kill spree. Actually kind of feels like a burst button now. It has a pretty short cooldown, so you can actually use it pretty regularly. It actually is kind of good, especially if you do roll the bones into like a supercharged version of killing spree. That could also do a lot of damage. Get a shot, got himself another spree, potentially big damage. That's a lot of output. Shape could be in a weird spot. Trying to see if he can give some damage. Vanish right after. Got himself big ascent. The Rogue has nowhere else to go. I think he just waited until Rogue's Vanish was gone. He does have another charge. Could Vanish in case he needs to. Does go for the Vanish. Is it enough? He does give him a little bit of healing. Does give a bit of damage. He's just trying to see if he can tussle with his Shaman. Cheap shot does go for the Trinket, and Shame almost got taken down. I'm not gonna lie. He took a lot of damage from that Rogue. He got pretty low. Conan up next right after. Blaze Storm with Shame trying to see if he can escape it. Got himself a bit of that move speed with the Lightning Lasso, but a Trinket knocked back onto Conan. But it looks like he was able to either charge it or somehow not get knocked as far back. Oh, I don't even know what hit you. Honestly, it looked like you were okay. Toes finally got a chance to play there. Well done, well done. Probably gonna be better next season. Talent rework. I agree with that. I gotta see what their individual talents are like. But Druid talents class tree looks insanely good. That looks solid. Like from Druids that play a game right now, like from my friends, they were like, wait, this actually looks really good. So I want to see it and test it for myself because I feel like it was so bogged down. Wall out for Toes. Got himself the answers to joining the battle. Conan could be under a lot of trouble. Oh! Everything was okay until it wasn't. Man just ascended. I swear, this guy, every single time he got himself full ancestors, he just ascends almost anytime he really needs it. It is perfect. Those Earth Shocks do so much. Hockey, stun lock onto Toes, does knock him back. He's got a bit of mobility. Fire Breath, I don't think that reaches. Root does have him in place. He does have that advantage on range, though. Hockey trying to see if he can close the gap. Got himself a little bit of survivability. What are these shields you got going on, by the way? What is that? What are these shields? What is that supposed to be? What is that? Why do you have so many absorbs on you? What are those? Big lasso by Toes does get a trick out of Hockey, who has to go for a bit of hit and runs. Toes looking for a bit of recovery here. Hockey takes those Earth Shocks. It is painful. Trying to keep himself alive here as best as possible. Immunity for 3 seconds. Is that what it looks like now? It gave him a shield? I know that it had like little orbs, but I didn't see it would be like a full shield. I guess they wanted to make it more obvious, right? Big Fire Breath. Major damage out of Toes, though. Oh, Hockey picked up a lot of procs, but Toes apparently had just a little bit more burst than the other guy. That is a lot of damage on Toes, just trying to see if he can keep himself alive here. Versus Chrono, Maggie, as well as DBZUs. They're going to have to find a way to get themselves all pulled together to fight Toes as well as the rest of the team. Toes got himself lots of lava bursts coming in. Big deep breath. It is going to be quite a lot of damage. Chrono just needs a little bit more. I think they have it here. But Bulwark comes down unless you can break past those shields. That is holy shaman damage. Man's just waddling and earth shocking these boys down. And Damien just wasn't giving proper on a duel. What is this damage? You know what, Kamiar, maybe when you said, you know what, Evoker's not really great for 1v1s, you might have been right. We've seen Evokers do incredibly well, but I mean, Toe's just walking at him, just earth shocking them the entire time. He's got his big old earthy taser just zapping him. Just absolutely turning him into lightning rods. Lordy. Making, what is it, just shoes out of those guys. Right? Like old school, like snakeskin cowboy boots kind of thing. Straight up. Earthshock says Zeus is having a hard gas buzz. Toe's just running circles around the guy. Instant casting the entire time. Not a lot of health available. Got himself apparently lots of damage, but still might just die to the dots. Yeah. Just the dot damage, the rot pressure. I think he just couldn't really stand still there at that point. Because he still has a fell puppy chasing after him. So he's like, well, if I stand still, I won't be able to heal. But look at Chicago. Just kind of overlooking him. Try to give him a chance here. Sorta? Or no? Shaman damage, dude. You give him like a second and that's it. You're done. Toes. What is that burst? I was like, man, I just want a chance to play. He got a chance to play, just shocked everybody to death. Jesus. Let's get another one going, boys.